I really be like a granny dog. I just be minding my own business. Anyway, today's video is going to be about your inner dialogue. I want to discuss your inner dialogue because I think it's very important that you know that what you tell yourself on the inside is what you become. The things that you say to yourself personally is what programs you. What kind of things are you telling yourself? When you're talking to yourself, are you saying positive things or are you saying negative things? Are you doing things or saying certain terms to yourself that you wouldn't say to a child, or you wouldn't say to your child, or like it may not seem like a big deal, or it may just seem like, yeah, I say little silly stuff to myself all the time. But then you tend to experience certain events in your life that validate those things. So it's effortless for you to say them about yourself now. You can, like, for instance, if a child thinks that he's stupid because he can't read, any time that he tries or attempts to read and fails, he's going to validate it like, see, I told you I'm stupid because I can't read. But if he was to turn that inner dialogue into something else instead and say, you know what, I'm not stupid and I can't read. Anytime he read a word correctly, he could then validate that. See, I'm not stupid. I can't read. Everything is about perspective. There's two ways or better to look at everything. And your job as a deliberate creator that you are, naturally you just are that, is to be aware enough to choose what perception you prefer to view the world through. I personally choose the things that benefit me. That's for my highest good. And therefore, because I believe that this perspective or this way of viewing things is for my highest good and for the highest good of all. Because if I'm good, then everybody good. But if I'm not good, then the people around me may have some problems with that. And that goes with everybody. When you're not in the mood to whatever, then you got to check your own self. It's not the people, it's you. It all starts with you. So I can get my inner dialogue together and be conscious enough and aware enough to choose the perspective preferred instead. I'm going to choose to know how to read. You get what I'm saying? Like, and you can do that with anything. It's the stuff that you tell yourself that makes up your self-love as well. What type of bond do you have with you? What type of things are you really saying to yourself? What type of things are you pondering on when it comes to the subject of you? When somebody mentions you, what do you think about yourself? And if you don't have that bond with yourself, I suggest you get one. There's no confidence like the confidence that you get from you. And if a lot of people knew that, we wouldn't go out seeking for validation through others. What somebody else thinks about you is none of your business, first of all. And if you knew better, if you knew that that real confidence comes from the essence of knowing that you are neither inferior nor superior to anyone, and that you can just be okay within yourself regardless. That's power, that's balance. It's nothing that anyone can say to me or I can say to anyone. They're not better than me, I'm not better than y'all. Period. That's confidence. Y'all think it got something to do with looks. That's just a bonus. That's an extra, that's an add-on. So what? So what, you cute? So what? What your soul look like? Who are you on the inside? How do you carry yourself? What type of demeanor do you have? Are you smart? Can you hold a decent conversation? I don't care that you cute. There's plenty of cute motherfuckers out here. Just like there's plenty of dumbasses out here too. But not to get sidetracked, this is about inner dialogue. And another thing to practice inner dialogue, you can always, and I do this a lot, put mirrors where you can put mirrors. See yourself, acknowledge yourself. That's you. You only get one you. You only won't get one apparatus, one shell, one physical being. This is you. Really love on you. Can you really, really just love on yourself? Damn, nasal spray. Anyway, but can you love on yourself? Could you? So when I say inner dialogue, I want to end this video with a rampage. And I am going to do a rampage based on myself and how I feel about me. So you can kind of get a glimpse of where I am when it comes to the bond and the connection that I have with me and me. These are my assumptions, an accumulation of my assumptions, my beliefs, and just going with the flow of however I feel about me. So you can get an idea of my inner dialogue versus things that you may say to yourself. Okay? These are things that I know because I've practiced them so often. I've made them my laws, my life laws. So for one, I'm divinely protected and heavenly guided. Things come to me easily and effortlessly. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. Every time I spend, more money comes in. All is well with me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything works for my highest good. Any and everything that is happening now is for my highest good. I am always in the right place at the right time. Anytime I see coins, it validates that I'm at the right place at the right time. That's my game with the universe. Happens all the time. And I just keep validating, and it keeps happening, and I keep validating it. Makes me believe it more, which makes it real. Because that's all it is focus. Any and everything that I prefer can be mine. Everything is possible. All things are possible. I love me. Ain't nobody better than me. Ain't nobody better to be me than me. I'm beautiful. I'm smart. I deserve the better things in life. I deserve ease, comfort, freedom, peace, love, variety, excitement, joy, large lump sums of money come to me easily and effortlessly. I am rich. I am abundant. I am open-minded. I am loving. I am caring. My mind and my heart is coherent. Wonderful things flow to me on a day-to-day basis. I enjoy every nanosecond of my existence. Good things flow to me now. Amazing opportunities flow to me now. My name is being spoken in dimensions much higher than I am, and they are proud. My voice is being heard beyond measures that I can't even perceive, and I am being answered in every way possible for my highest good. Like, I just say stuff. Say stuff that I know to be true because I goddamn said it, and that's it. And that's another thing. I trust in what I say because I'm the creator of my reality. I'm responsible for this script. Anything that's happening here and now is because of me. Anything that I'm experiencing is because of me. I experience peace. I experience joy. I experience certain things that get on my nerves. But a battle with anything is a battle with myself. I'm aware of that. And I can change it and divert it at any time because I'm able to see things from more than one perspective. It helps. And in order to do that, you have to have a level of focus. Focus comes from meditation. You're going to hear me say that in almost every video. You got to meditate. You want to change your focus. You want your ability to focus to be better. Meditate. Because it's the only real way that you can increase your awareness and sharpen your ability to be aware, to be consciously focused, present enough to peep the way that you feel. And with that being your indicator, your guidance, which it is, your emotions are your guidance. We've talked about this already. Your emotions is your guidance system. Use that. Be physically, consciously aware enough to know how you feel and choose better, especially if you don't like what you're surrounded by. Especially if what you're surrounded by is old news and you're ready for a change. You more than ever need to sharpen your ability to be able to focus. You need to increase your ability to be aware, because clearly you're creating something that you do not prefer, and ain't nobody else doing it but you. But see, you so in it, you think it's people on the outside, and it's not. It's you. And if you don't know that, you need to meditate. That's all I can say about that. You need to meditate, and you need to really get a handle on your emotions and how you feel. And in the beginning, it's going to feel like fake it till you make it. But we've discussed that already too. It's playing a new role, writing a new script, and accepting all the feelings that come along the way with that, and being okay with it, because you know that as long as I keep choosing what I prefer, nothing matters prior to the choice. Once I've made my decision, I drop everything. Once I made my decision to feel good in the situation, despite what the fuck is happening, despite what's going on, I've dropped the rest of it. And I do it as best as I can. And the more I do that, the better I get at dropping it. I had a card member call me the other day. Pissed me the hell off. So don't get it twisted. It's not that I'm just no damn monk, or I'm sitting here like I don't get mad or I don't cuss people out or want to, because I do. And I do. But in the nicest way possible, I do. But once I made the decision to just be like, this person don't have nothing to do with me. Her emotions do not have to interfere with mine. What she got going on don't have to do with me. I don't care because you mad. You being mad shouldn't make me mad. I'm in control of how I feel, not her. Her anger should not interfere with my anger. That don't have nothing to do with me. And it's not that I'm not sincere or I didn't care. I did help the lady and figure out what, her issue was. And she was appreciative at the end, because that's my job. But I wasn't going to let the fact that you was upset make me angry. And she was like, you know what, you were so sweet to just, stay calm throughout all of this. And I'm so sorry for what I said earlier. They always do that. Because I'm not going to come down there with you. I'm not going to be the child with you. You don't know no better. I do. So instead of going your route, I'm going to be the bigger person, since I'm the one that knows better, and stay the same, calm, mellowed out, whatever, and we'll go from there. You got to do that with everything. So much stuff in life that'll get you down, and if you let it, you're just going to create more of that. Like, that's why you got to be smarter than your circumstances. We've talked about that too. This shit is a system. It's a program. It's a mechanism, and you can use it to your advantage if you know how to work it. Shit can be sweet if you know how to work it. Life can be a lot more effortless if you know how to work it. And one of the biggest gems in life is knowing that there is activity in inactivity. And when there is inactivity. And you can rewind this back and let that sink in as much as you need to. But sometimes there's more effort and stillness than there is than you trying to continue to bump your head against the wall to make and force something to happen and wondering why it's not working. Because you need to sit the fuck back, because you're not aligned with what's going on. You're trying to force something that either you're not believing or you're not completely in balance with. It's not time to move yet. But see, you don't know these things, or you're not aware of it because you don't practice stillness enough to care about how you feel. You're not aware enough to know the thoughts that you've been thinking along with the feelings you've been feeling, which have rendered you this result. Anything that appears in my life, in my reality, in my current existence, when it shows up, I have a clear idea on how it got there. I'm not lost about it. I'm not confused. I'm never ever like, damn, this just happened out of the blue. No, it did not just happen out of the blue. If it is affecting me, it's because of something that I've done mentally, something that I've thought, something that I've worried about, some way, somehow. And I'm always able to retrace it back because I'm so aware of the things that I'm thinking and how I feel. I'm not lost about this. And I can do that with everything. It's just like my video on my page about me losing my wallet. That did not make sense with any of the thoughts that I was having. And I said, there's no way I lost my wallet. And I held firm in that, and I eventually found my wallet. We've talked about this in other videos too. But the purpose of my videos is to sharpen your mindset, to sharpen your mentality, because with that, you can create it all. You can be in control of it all. But are you willing to take the stance and reiterate to yourself that you're just that powerful, that you're just that worthy, that you're just that capable of that certain ability? Can you hold the mental capacity that is required for you to assume that into your actual reality? Can you do that? That takes skill, and it takes time. It takes persistence. It takes continuation. It takes, yes, I got it. It takes focus. You got to stay on it. Because life is going to show up in certain ways, and it's not going to seem as if what you're trying to newly assume is working. It's not going to seem as if it's working because life is going to show you otherwise, but you got to be smart enough to see another perspective. That's one perspective. One part of the stick is the fact that, okay, it's not working. But on the other end of that stick is a perspective where this is only happening because I'm moving shit now. Because I'm choosing to assume a better perspective or a better way to look at my circumstances now. Certain things are falling apart. When you first do this work, it's going to probably seem like all hell breaks loose. But that's because you're choosing new programming. And those programmings, the old ones, have to fall apart sometimes. If you ask for a new job and all of a sudden you lose the one that you have, you got to be smart enough, or this is what I mean about standing in the paint, and really use your mindset to choose the other perspective. Well, that must have happened because I said that I wanted another job, or because that's what I'm manifesting. Now, how many people do you know, though, can stand in that perspective and not cry over the fact that they lost their job? Because they're scared of the unknown. They don't know what's going to happen. But you just asked, or you just said that you would prefer to have a better job. You got to trust in your words. You got to trust in your sayings. You got to trust in your new assumption. And you got to keep pushing in that trust so that it can reveal itself. And every time that you do, it shows up. Every time. It never fails. You're not going to ask for a job and believe in the fact that you can create your own reality and then lose yours and not get that job. It has to be a reason. Especially when you know it the way I know it. And especially if you made the assumption like I have that things always work out for my highest good. You got to keep persisting in that. I ain't lose no job. Can't be. Must have lost it because I'm getting a better one. Because I know things always work out for me. Ain't no way. You got to be willing to really stand firm in that like that. You got to be stubborn with it. Because the laws know no different. It just knows what you focus on. And if you stand stubborn in your focus and that's what it is, then that's what it got to be. They got to surrender that. It's crazy out here. I be in a whole little, like, y'all understand. When I tell you systematic, this shit is systematic. And we be out here worrying about shit that really just don't even fucking matter. Like race and all the dumbass shit. None of that stuff matters. You done been every race before. That's a whole nother video. It don't matter. What people preferences are, their pronouns and all this stuff. None of that stuff matters. If you're a human being, gang. We in the human club together. I don't care what you got going on. And that's how everybody should be. But we're so worried about the other shit that everybody's missing over this invisible power that we all have. Because y'all worried about dumbass shit. But it's cool. We need all types of people. All varieties. Everybody don't need to know. Anyway, this video is going to be posted on Sunday. I'm going to do it in the morning. Today is what? Thursday. I think I figured it out. I'm going to have to record these videos when I get off on Thursday. As soon as I get off. So any edits or whatever I need to do, I ain't gonna lie, I was just being lazy. But when I get off, I'd be so happy to be off. This is my Friday, and I just want to go do what I want to do. And I look crazy a little bit. But, whatever. It'll be all right. The message, that's what matters. The message. But anyway, y'all take care. Let what I said digest. Be kind to yourself. Love.